Hey everybody out there, this is Hookah and I'm back again with another review. I have a very interesting review. It'll be a two-parter, so this is part one. If you have not heard that there are alternatives to smoking shisha, hookah tobacco, and in the form of either herbal or what I'm going to be reviewing today, this will also be my first-hand experience at smoking this. This is stones. These are Xhale steam stones. Now this flavor, sorry if the camera is out of focus, this flavor is citrus mint. Now off the impression, I'm going to open it up. And the first whiff, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. That flavor, what you smell just opening the container is excellent. The packaging is really neat. It's simple, to the point. You get package full of stones with glycerin and flavoring, and that's it. Nothing special, ready to go. Open it up and put it in your bowl. Now, they were gracious enough to send me a little kit to smoke it. And I'm gonna prepare exactly what they sent me. That way, it's done, and it's gonna be out of a funnel bowl. Okay, that's my whole pattern. Nothing special, as you can see. Alrighty. And I packed it just underneath the rim, which is roughly 35-40 grams, roughly. Now that's gram weight in stones, as you can tell. You know, the weight itself is a little heavier than tobacco. Okay, and the coals that they gave me are Exotica. Now I've used these before. These are excellent coals. If you've not used them, use them. Okay, and they come in scores of 3. You can see the lines right there. And I'm going to be using all 3. Now, the one thing I do know about ahead of time is that steam stones do require just a little more heat, which is why you would use all 3. If it happens to get a little too hot, which, since you're smoking vaporization as opposed to, you know, heating up tobacco, you shouldn't really be able to burn anything. But if it's too much heat for you, just take a coal off, and then when everything dies down, toss the coal back on. So that's going to be my setup today. I'm going to be using a funnel bowl, regular hole pattern, just circles all the way around, packed just up to the rim, and I'm heating my coals as we speak. I'm going to be smoking out of my KM single red pear, which is Khalil Mahmoud's single red pear, and my Najum hose with pacifier mouth tip. Okay, so when the coals heat up, I'll be back online and we'll go ahead and do a nice in-depth review. Alright? Hey everybody, I'm back. Alright, so I just heated up my coals, and right now in the bowl I got 3, and I've let it heat up for about 10 minutes because the stones do take a little while to heat up, as I said earlier. And again, just in case, I got a right there, doing citrus mint from Xhale. Okay, so let me go ahead and take a hit and describe the flavor and go from there. It's unique, very unique. Right off the bat, the picture, let me show you again, is orange, lime, and then the sprigs of mint right behind it. Okay, so let me tell you what I'm tasting. Okay, the predominant flavor is the orange, and that is usually a predominant flavor. Right behind it, the lime backs it right out, and then you finish off with a very natural mint. If you've ever had a mojito at a nice bar and you drink it and you taste the crushed up mint, it's not overpowering, it's very subtle, a little bit sweet, but yet plainly tart. Like there's no sweet or sour tart, you know, it's just very, not even cool, just very plainly tart, like very natural. It's the best way I can explain it to you. It has that type of mint in there, which actually is pretty cool. In a way, it's like I'm smoking mojito with a little bit of orange in it. If that's really a great way to describe this flavor is mojito with a little bit of orange. Let me take another hit. Yeah, that's how it tastes to me. Now, that may not be what the intention was here, but that's what it tastes like to me. And I like this flavor. Now, as for performance, the bowl's heating up nicely. I do have 3 Exoticas on there. Now, some people who are used to smoking shisha tobacco would think that three pieces of Exotica, a whole finger of Exotica, is a little too much. But remember, This needs heat just to let it vaporize so you can smoke the vaporization. You're not burning anything, so you could put heat on there, and then if it happens to be a little too hot on the smoke, just take a coal away. So as for the clouds, just getting it to start up, it's good clouds. I'm sure they're going to get much bigger, and I'm also, if you notice, I'm not pulling real hard. I'm just giving it a nice pull and draw and let it go. See, like that. As for my flavor, rating on the flavor. Now, the one difference between steam stones and shisha that I've noticed is the volume on your palate, how filling the flavor is. Because this is more vaporization based with the glycerin and everything, it's not as thick in your mouth as shisha tobacco usually is. But is that a bad thing? No. Its flavor is very, very much like I can still feel that, like I'm salivating a little bit because of the tartness that's in my setup here. So that's actually a good thing. So you are experiencing good palate intake. Now, the one thing is usually when I smoke, my taste buds in the front, right there on the tip of my tongue, are what picks up the flavors. But for some reason, with this, I'm picking up near the middle of my tongue. That's where the taste buds are picking this up, which is interesting. So I'm getting this, I'm feeling this flavor in such a unique place. It's not like when I smoke regular shisha tobacco. Now, as for my rating, I'm going to go ahead and give this personally. We're going to judge it away from tobacco because it's not tobacco. As for flavor and performance, that's what I'll rate this on. For flavor, I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. It's solid, it's not abundantly strong, but it's not subtle and weak either. Its volume of clouds, as you can see one last time, they're going to get bigger. That was just a quick pull. They got that too. As for an alternative, this is actually pretty good. For people who don't want to smoke tobacco but do want to smoke hookah, you know, let's just say you have somebody in the house that doesn't like tobacco in the house, then this is a great alternative. And for the price, it's pretty good. This is definitely something that you could pick up and anybody could smoke it, because you're not really smoking, a tobacco. You're smoking, flavored stones. I mean, look at that. It's awesome. Look at that. That's awesome. This is the first time I've ever tried stones, and this is, if there's some good flavors out there like this is something you want a little bit on hand for me, just to have it every once in a while, because it is really refreshing. Like I said, it's kind of like a mojito with a little bit of orange. So we're going to give that the rating, as I said earlier, and I have another review coming up, and you'll find out what the flavor is when I review it. This is Hugenstein. Peace.